And good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. Another beautiful weather day out there, a little bit warmer than we're used to the last couple of weeks, but some people still soaking in the last remaining days of summer. Welcoming in 19 First Alert Meteorologist Erika Paige. Erika, beautiful weather, no rain in sight, and that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, it is definitely going to become more so an issue, especially as we kind of see this next drought monitor that will come out as we go through the day tomorrow. They take the observations on Tuesday, kind of process all the data on Wednesday. So we always get those newer updates, usually Thursday morning. And I would expect to see kind of worsening drought conditions across our area. In fact, this is the latest drought monitor, just in case you're curious, then we'll get back to some of our currents. So you can see a lot of spots, even northern zones under the abnormally dry conditions. I would venture a guess we're probably going to start to see drought popping up across a good portion of northeast Ohio, and then where we already have some of those drought conditions farther south, you're probably going to see those conditions worsen. And all of that is the result, like we said, of some of the beautiful weather that we've been seeing. We've had some sunshine out there, certainly above average temperatures for where we should be for this time of the year. Average today is about 75 degrees, so even just being a couple of degrees above that point does make a difference when it comes to soil moisture and all the kind of finer details of that. So we are enjoying the beautiful weather. 80s farther to the south where we really don't want to see some of the higher heat, but of course if you have plans to get outside and enjoy it, this is certainly kind of the weather that you want to enjoy, especially this time of the year where you get those nice warm afternoons and then eventually transition into some of the cooler evenings. And it is going to take some time before we kind of really work back a better opportunity for rain, which there is some in sight. It's just probably not going to be the best rain chance.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because, as we discussed yesterday, it's going to impact a lot of things. If you still have vegetables in the ground, if you're waiting for the leaves to change, that could impact some things. We're going to take a quick 60-second break and be right back. And welcome back, as Erika Paige is going to walk us through what we should expect for the rest of the week.
Yeah, really not much different from kind of what we've been seeing the last couple of days. So once again, tomorrow could wake up with some areas of patchy fog. I don't think it's going to be a widespread issue for us, but just be mindful of that as you're headed out the door early tomorrow morning. Outside of really just some clouds trying to work back in by the end of the week, and that's all associated with a very weak cold front that's going to be rolling through, I don't see a ton of big changes to the forecast. We should trend drier as we head into your weekend, so Saturday as well as Sunday looking dry. Sunday a little bit warmer as well as we track our next system coming in, so you may get that little bit of a burst of heat out ahead of it. You're also going to see a little bit more moisture or humidity piling in. It's not going to be overly humid, I'll say that, and just kind of preface it with that statement, but it is going to be enough humidity that we may slowly start to then work in some very isolated opportunities for rain once we get into the early part of this next week. You'll notice that the humidity will keep our overnights a little bit warmer as well as we officially welcome in the fall season on Monday. And again, very hit or miss shower activity. I wouldn't say that any of these rain chances coming up, at least as of right now, look like a drought busting rain by any means, but at least it is something that we can talk about, because if the month were to end today, every city that officially records a lot of this data for us would be at the driest September on record. So we desperately need some rainfall here in Northeast Ohio. We'll try and get as much as we can. I just can't promise that it's gonna likely be a lot through the early part of this next week.
And there's a little irony. Here we are the last weekend of summer, and I may have to turn my air conditioning back on.
Yeah, it's going to get a little warm, and certainly if you have been enjoying kind of that windows open type of weather, I know we have at our house, especially during the overnights, it's probably going to get a little too humid to really fully enjoy some of that weather. So yeah, you may need the air conditioning one last time to officially close out the summer season.
Excellent. 19 First Alert meteorologist Erika Paige, thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Sounds good. See ya.
All right, take care. We do have 3.5 hours of First Alert weather and news coming up at 3 o'clock on Channel 19, so we hope to see you there. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great afternoon.